Starting in just a couple minutes, so get in and take your seats, y'all. This is the International Cannabis Business Conference, and many people who came here kind of took a chance, bought a ticket, wasn't sure what to expect, right? And the feedback I'm getting is, I can't believe this. I didn't know it was going to be this good. What they mean by good is information and networking, and just the general attitude of the people here.
Just want to thank Alex and Anthony and Gaio for putting on an event that really blends activism and business in a really, really great way.
The outreach has been phenomenal. People from Brazil to Mexico, Texas, the West Coast, let's see, Michigan, and other places in the country are here today.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of nice people with a lot of information. You can see that people kind of go, oh, I hadn't thought about that before. It's raising a lot of consciousness about the social repercussions of prohibition. And I'm not sure that everybody here came in the door worrying about that, but more like, oh, how can I make money, or how can I fit into the industry? And I hear that they're being inculcated with more and more progressive thought about why we're doing this, why we're fighting to end prohibition.
So what's happening in this situation right here is people are a bit overwhelmed by the breadth of the understanding that people have for one another and empathy. And you know, this might sound like some hoity-toity stuff to if you're just a businessman. Well, I'm a businessman. I do well in the industry, and I believe in karma. I believe in community. I believe in love and understanding. And I actually believe if you hold true to some of those tenets and precepts, that you're only going to benefit yourself for so many reasons. And in my case, it's actually helped me make money also. So it's this new win-win situation that's happening with the cannabis industry in particular. And I think that's what people are very surprised about, that they can make money, they can be successful, and no one else has to lose.
All right, Alex. It's the fastest growing business in America.
And I just want to thank Alex for bringing the keynote speakers that he brought, the panels, Dr. Carl Hart and Ethan Nadelman and Rick Steves, and yeah, they're celebrities. They get people in the door, but they're saying really important things.
Change happens when people get involved and step forward and come to conferences like this today.
Check, check, 1, 2. This is Ngaio Belam, NGAIO 420 on Twitter. The culture editor of MarijuanaPolitics.com, and we just wrapped it up here at the International Cannabis Business Conference. It's been a fantastic time. Steve Bloom from Celeb Stoner and Freedom Leaf Magazine was here. Steve D'Angelo was here. Ethan Nadelman from the Drug Policy Alliance gave an impassioned speech about what we need to do. I mean, as all the suits jump into the business, we got to remember to keep the hippie ideals, right? I've always proceeded from the idea that the hippies were right, and I try to let that guide my actions. But this is a great conference. You can go to OMMBC.com and check it out.
What was the question? No. We've had an amazing weekend here at the International Cannabis Business Conference. You know, when we started doing this, or when we had the concept to come up with the International Cannabis Business Conference, of course, business is in the title. However, we wanted to do a whole ton of advocacy, politics, and culture. That's our passion. That's what we were pushing, and we were curious of how people would react to it. There's so many other business conferences out there that talk about investment banking or penny stocks or whatever. And we thought if we did a business conference that was not just focusing on business and money, we thought we were actually taking a chance and people might not groove on it or not get what they expect for their high-end ticket price. Well, what's happened, in fact, is people are actually overly excited and happy that we have decided to dedicate so much of this to culture, politics, and advocacy, and I'm tremendously happy with the feedback.
Never doubt a small group of concerned citizens can change the world. It is indeed the only thing that ever has. Thank you for being a part of this with me.